y'all. I'm woke. I'm up in this thing. But I want to do a recap on being submissive because I get confused with it. You know, you have the elders saying like, you're supposed to go by what the Bible says. You're supposed to, do everything, that men tell you to. But my thing is like, I don't understand that when the man don't do, you know, what if that man don't do nothing for you, but he wants you to, do everything for him? Do you still got to submit to him? That's that's what I want to know. Like, cause in today's time, I don't think women are going to do that. Um, I don't think women are going to bow down to no man, especially if that man is not doing anything for them. I really don't, cause I know I wouldn't. I'm not gonna do what you say. I don't want to, give myself to you. I don't want to give my body to you. No, nothing. Especially if you do me wrong, you treated me wrong. Why do I want to give myself to you and do what you say and you're not, treat me right? But some women still, stick in there and, still give their body up to that man and do what that man say. So it's kind of confusing to me. Because like I said, you have the elder saying this is what you're supposed to do. And I don't feel like that's what you're supposed to do. I really don't. But we're going to go over some of these clips, y'all. I'm going to just, play some stuff from men and from women on, their thoughts and their opinions. So, YouTube, my copyright disclaimer is in my description box and it's also at the top of the screen. And everything is allegedly in my thoughts and my opinions. If I stop the videos, um, this, reaction video. But let's listen to what some of these men and women have to say about being submissive, y'all. Like, yeah, I want to hear this.
When a healthy man speaks of submission, he's talking about the betterment of his family. It means that I need you to submit to me, but I am willing to submit to you. We both need to put our pride and egos to the side. But when unqualified, unready men talk about submission, it's one way. It's my way or the highway. I have a big so you do what I say. And when women deal with men like that, it causes trauma. Men that don't feel like men outside of their household is the ones that need to extra prove themselves inside of it. So now submission sounds like domination. Now submission sounds like slavery. Now submission sounds like you overriding someone else's power of will. And that's not what healthy men are referring to when we talk about submission. When I talk about submission, I'm talking about trust. Being vulnerable enough and comfortable enough with me that you can let your guard down. And vice versa. When I talk about submission, I talk vice versa. When a healthy man speaks of...
Well, damn. We just started this off with a bang. He went off, didn't he? Shit. Okay, let's go to the next one.
I will give you the most amazing man. He will tap into all your needs. He will make sure you are protected, never cheat on you. All you need to do is be submissive to him. 90% of women will sign up right away. What does submissive mean? Submissive meaning in allowing him to lead in the relationship. Well, let me say this. Because I think when people hear submission, they do think of dictatorship. Right. They think of doing as he says. They're thinking of this power struggle. Yes. Submission, in my eyes, when it comes to relationship, is one, allowing that man to love you. What I mean by that is this. When a man is truly in love with a woman, he wants to do for her. He wants to provide for her. He wants to make sure she's good. If you don't submit to that, you're going to be in this energy that's, I got it. I can take care of it. It's not letting him love you. And in not letting him love you, you're carrying this unnecessary burden that's wearing you down. I will give you the most amazing man. He will tap into...
Submission is simply the responsibility over conversations about women submitting to men in relationships. And I feel like men who have issues with women not submitting to them are the ones who do not show any real leadership qualities. When you're in a relationship with a man who has leadership qualities, they create an environment that allows you to feel safe, secure, and comfortable in their presence. So then that gives you the reassurance to know that you can rely on them to make decisions. So I think that when a man does not possess those leadership qualities or are too busy trying to control their partner, this will naturally cause conflict in a relationship. For me, a relationship is more of a partnership anyway. It's not about one person having more control or dominance over the other. I just feel like there needs to be more conversations centered around a partnership and creating a safe and secure environment for women in relationships. I'm really over conversations about women's submission.
How do you define submission? Or how do y'all define submission? Submission is selflessness instead of selfishness. Submission is engagement, it's adaptability, it's responsiveness, it's emotional safety, security, expression. It's an art. And when it comes to submission, it's mutual, but it's voluntary as well. So it's not just one-sided. It's both genders, both partners, equal, okay? And I love submission because to me, it's in the form of an art. It's somebody who has to give someone the pieces of them that they won't give to someone else.
Right.
And I hate the fact that society has influenced people to believe that submission is subservience and slavery and control and manipulation when it's not. It's something that a person has to be willing to.
See, that's what the hell I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
Right. So in regards to submission, again, another word that's misused and causes a lot of conflict unnecessarily. Definitely. And I absolutely agree with you in regards to there are going to be times and opportunities where it makes sense for the woman to lead and sometimes for the man to lead or for the woman to make the decision and vice versa. I think that both parties have to be on the same page in regards to what roles are appropriate for their house. I am not in a position to tell anybody on this panel how they should run their household. Once their family is fed and cared for and loved, then that's all that matters. So if that means that my husband is the better cook, and so he's the primary cook for our house, and I don't want my kids to get food poisoning, then guess what? He's gonna be the cook. That makes sense. And that just makes sense. Are you happy and you fulfilled in your relationship? And is your household running at an optimal level because all parties are in agreement? That's serious.
Do you feel women should be submissive in committed relationships?
Well, see, here's my thing about submissiveness in the Bible, right? Because that's where it comes from. People love in the Bible. In the Bible, it says you should be submissive to a God-fearing man. So if a man is God-fearing, no adultery, no domestic violence, right? Like a God-fearing man, of course you submit to that man. Am I submitting to Pookie down the street so he can lead me to hell? No. I don't have any problem with listening to my man and being submissive. He allows space for me to express myself, and he's a great listener. And so because I know that he's listening and he is considering me, I allow him to lead in a lot of situations because I already know he knows me well enough to consider me. And so when a person listens to you, that gives you some safety when it's time for them to make decisions concerning you. And so making decisions based off of what he knows about you. That's all I'm saying.
How they think submit. And so, me now, I understand submission. And I understand why women run from it and avoid it. But it's because society is painted as slavery.
Yes.
In society's mind, submission looks like coming to America.
Yeah.
Right?
Whatever you like.
Right, yeah. Jump,
you like.
bark like a dog.
Yeah.
That's the perception, right? When submission is really you entrusting somebody to lead, guide, and direct you. That's what it is. Now, here goes some controversy right here for my kings. I've come to realize that if a woman is submitted to you, that's not her fault.
There it is.
It's your fault.
There it is.
Because the Bible says that mutual submission brings reverence to God, which means we're supposed to submit to each other. More controversy. Being a leader, king, you're supposed to submit first. Not to her, but to God. Because by you submitting to God and her watching the fruit that comes from you submitting to God, that's going to inspire and persuade her, but then teach her how to submit to you.
Talk about it.
So if she...
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Because a lot of people is not, committed to God. A lot of men is not committed to God, but they want their girlfriend or their wife, to follow them. This is why this stuff is so confusing to me. This is what I was taught, growing up, but it's not mutual. it's not mutual. You'll have men just think you supposed to be slaves. Even the women think the men supposed to be slaves and they can do whatever they want and you supposed to do whatever they say. And I don't think that's how that shit go. But let's keep going.
Because I trust and respect my man, I'm able to be submissive. Being submissive is not arrogance, it's using wisdom. Hello, my name is Carla, and restoring healthy mindsets is my thing. In today's day and age, it's really hard to see a woman be submissive to her man. And I'm not here to judge other women. I'm here to tell you why women struggle to submit. Because they either don't trust or don't respect their man. This is why I say to only date men you respect, because what comes hand in hand with respect is trust. And when you trust someone, you don't ask them why. A lot of us struggle with the question of asking why all the time. But when we comprehend our man's mind, that question won't come out of our mouths because we know the way that he thinks. And we must recognize that men think differently. And I'm not saying only be submissive when it's convenient to you, when he's buying everything that you want, when he's doing everything you want him to. No. I'm saying learn how to be submissive even when it's hard. And when he doesn't give you an explanation as to why he's making a decision. Remember that if he is a good man, he is making decisions not just for him, but for his whole pack, for your entire family, even if it's just you and him. So us as women need to start practicing choosing men who we respect, not what he makes us feel. Because I trust and respect my man.
Okay, she said, we gotta pick and choose. Yeah, well, some of them be sounding like they good, and when y'all first meet and get together, but get that shit like 6 months down the line. It's like you done met the damn devil. I don't know about this, but let's keep going, y'all.
I believe in being submissive.
Let's talk about submission in a relationship. For those of you who saw my previous video, you know I was talking about submission in a relationship, but I was talking about the man has to submit to the woman as well. A lot of people were confused and or disagreed with that statement. This is in Ephesians. In Ephesians it says, and further submit to one another out of reverence for Christ. And then it explains how a wife submits to her husband, which is why it says for wives this means, and then it explains how a husband submits to his wife, which is why it says for husbands this means love your wives, etc., etc. Many people brought up this verse in Corinthians where it says, the head of every man is Christ, and the head of every woman is man, and the head of Christ is God. The context of this verse seems to be for public worship, which is why it says how a man dishonors his head while praying, or how a woman dishonors her head if she prays with a covering over her head or whatever. But by any means, I am not saying that the man is not the head of a relationship in a godly relationship. All that I'm saying is that a man has to submit to a woman as well as a woman has to submit to a man in a relationship. And submission for both parties looks different. Many of you were confused because you thought submission meant weaker or submission meant giving up authority. When a man submits to a woman in a relationship, that does not mean he is not the leader of that relationship. All this means is that he is loving his woman the way that Christ loved the church, which is love that's sacrificial love. We know how relationships work because in the beginning.
Oh, okay. All right, brother. All right. Okay. I can feel that one. I can feel this video right here.
We have to. Submission is like he's your boss. Now, when does submission happen? Submission happens when a woman feels like she can trust you. Submission doesn't happen because you're a man with a penis and a nutsack and you show up. Submission happens when a woman feels like she's safe with you, when she feels emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically safe with you. Yeah. When she feels those things, she is willing to let you lead. A woman who won't submit is not a woman's fault.
It's because the man has not created the environment for her to feel comfortable to submit.
Yes.
And there's
if you are a man and you can't pay all the bills, I do not want you to join any masculine modern women conversations. If you are not a man that can provide a safe space for her to be vulnerable enough to embrace her femininity with you, then shut the fuck up. If you don't provide
Well, damn.
emotionally, financially, spiritually, at a high level, shut the fuck up from a woman that can provide for herself. We're complaining about these independent women. If you not a man, is going to be a solution to that. The reason why there's so many independent women out here is because like you be so not dependable. If you provide her with a hard life, don't complain about the fact that when she come in your life, she not being soft. You want a woman to be submissive to you when you can't even submit the full rent payment? All y'all do is offer over stress and headaches and wondering why this woman ain't your piece. If you are a man and you can't... Real talk.
Like, hard what?
What if the male is submissive in the relationship?
I mean, I definitely think. Are you talking about like?
I'm just thinking about like how. I mean, there's certain things that like I'm like, oh, cool, whatever. Like, I'm not gonna fuck with this, right? Like,
I think
I'm at peace.
Yeah.
I don't use the word submissive. I use peace.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's got to be some relationships out there where the women get up every day. I can think of them. They're like fucking on the dude nonstop.
I can only speak what if I was in a relationship where you were completely and if I was in the masculine role and I was leading our family, because that is a lot of questions females have. Oh, what's wrong with the female leading? And I can tell you, if it was me and I was in that constant need for telling my husband that this is what he has to do, this is where we got to go, that shit would get old to me. I would lay down at night and I would be like, God damn it, I just want him to fucking be a man. Like, even though I could be like a super fucking powerhouse woman, I could be the breadwinner, I could be whatever. For me personally, I can only speak on that. I would be like, God damn it, I just want him to fucking roar. I just want him to take charge, because as a female, for me personally, I can speak on that shit would get so old. I'd be like, God damn it, here I am busting my ass doing this, and I got this fucking submissive ass gonna do whatever I say. That would not work for me. That would be such a turn off. I would be like, I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go.
A lot of women can't find the good man that they're looking for because they became them.
I think it's crazy how men get on this app and talk so bad about women and how bad we want to be men, when in reality, y'all have forced us into this masculine energy that we really don't want to live in, but we don't have a choice because we cannot be feminine, soft, and safe with you because y'all don't know what it takes to actually provide and be there for a woman. And when I say provide, I don't mean just financially, because y'all get up in arms when y'all think a woman wants some money from you. When I say that, I mean make a woman feel safe and secure. Make her want to be soft. Y'all always just want more than what y'all bringing to the table, than what y'all offering. You're offering absolutely nothing for my submission. A woman is cooking and cleaning and doing all white things for you, and all you doing is laying down a little ding-a-ling, and you think that should do it. Y'all complain about $100 dates. Y'all want us to be y'all mama so bad, and unfortunately, this is not what we're signing up to do. We're signing up to be in a partnership. I don't need you to be my daddy, and I don't want to be your mama. I don't care how many mommy-daddy issues we may have. I mean, I just don't get it how you can expect a woman to submit to you when you have no idea that a man is supposed to protect and provide. But let a woman say that and y'all just go off. Y'all so sassy. It's like y'all have already taken y'all pants off and thrown them at us and said, here, fend for yourself. You got this. You go lay up in a woman's house. You don't even take her trash out. And she's supposed to feel safe and protected. Date a woman with kids and you don't even ask about the kids. You don't care if a kid's done ate, if they done took a bath or nothing. All you care about, once again, is what she can do for you. So yeah, y'all have forced us into a masculine energy that we don't want to live in. And here's the thing, I'm not a man, I ain't close to being a man, but y'all listening to too much of this Kevin Samuel shit, because in reality, I don't care how you cut it, how you dried, how you fried, how you died. A man is supposed to protect and provide. And I mean spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and financially. Not to say let a woman come just take all your money and you trick off on her. But goddamn, some of y'all need to go back into the time and read some of these books and talk to y'all uncles and some of y'all daddies or somebody, because I don't understand why y'all think a woman's supposed to give and is not getting anything in return.
A lot of women can't find
Commercial break, y'all.
because they became them.
I think it's crazy how men get on this app and talk so bad about women and how
me. I will not submit to a man who is not my husband. One of the ladies asked me in the comments section, when does the leadership and submission roles, when do those take effect? Does it start when you're dating? 100% no. Hard no. It's not biblical. It's not safe. And it's not deserved. Just like a man shouldn't be, sacrificing his all in the dating phase. Okay, that's reserved for a wife. Okay, when you guys make that commitment, when you make those vows, when you leave your mother or father and you cling to your husband or wife, that's when all these things take account. That's when you're accountable to God, and that's when you're accountable to your spouse. Before that, you're just courting, guys. You're figuring out, is this person worth submitting to? Is this person worth giving everything up for in the case of a husband? Because that's what you do, okay, when you get married to a wife. You're giving everything up. You're giving it all up for her. And I know a lot of people are triggered by that, but you are. So I thought it deserved its own video. You don't submit to anyone that's not your husband. It's not safe. It's not biblical. And the bait and switch is so real, especially in today's culture. I've been out of the game for a long time. I got married at 22 years old. I'm 30 now. We were dating before that, so it's been a long time. But before I became married, I dated a lot, so got a lot of experience in that arena as well. And I know that women deal with it as much as men do, the bait and switch. So I would say make sure you know who you're with before you make these vows. And that problem. A lot of these women in the comments who are like, I did X, Y, and Z, and he's a cheating bastard. And guys, crappy people exist, and I know tons of men who have been cheated on as well, guys. This is not a one-sided issue, okay? These women act like you're gonna give your all, and the dude's just gonna be a piece of crap. Yeah, it happens. Men give their all, and women are pieces of crap, and women give their all, and men are pieces of crap. Manipulation, abuse, it exists, and it exists on both sides. So court your person. I don't believe in 5-year engagements either, nothing like that. But just understanding the signs and what to look for. Namely, what does his family and friends, how do they think about him? What do they say about him? Things like that. There are so many red flags, and people miss it, and I think they miss it intentionally, and then they act shocked when the dude that they were courting or dating had more red flags than a Chinese communist parade. They're shocked that he steps out, and they blame all men. Come on, give me a break.
It's certain men that ain't never had to utter the word submissive. They ain't never had to say it. They ain't never had to proclaim themselves as the leader of their family. Because they don't have to talk it, because they walk it.
All right now.
They don't have to ask somebody to follow them, because this person sees them working, sees the results of their work, the fruits of their labor, and they decide it's a good idea for them to do so. Y'all up there talking because you ain't doing enough work. You ain't putting in enough action. You don't know how to effectively lead. And so you complain and get on Beyonce's internet talking about these women don't know how to let a man lead. They don't know how to let unqualified men lead. It's certain men.
Look, a lot of y'all niggas are dating in the wrong era. Y'all need to go back to the 50s and the 60s where women had to have husbands because it couldn't work. And they had to be submissive because we couldn't get a job, we couldn't have a bank account. That's the type of woman y'all need, is women that need a husband to survive. Because y'all be wanting us to be all submissive and stuff, but y'all want us to still work and go half and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, you think I'm being submissive to a man that has me paying bills? Honey, you want to control this household? You can't even control the AC, okay? Because I pay the AC bill. Hey. Nah, but I hate a man that's like, oh, will you be submissive? What is the definition? Like, what is your definition of submissive? Because the Bible says husband and wife both submit. So if you're not trying to submit to me, I'm not trying to submit to you. Period.
So you submit even to your Uber driver. So with that though, submit to somebody who's taking you where you want to go.
Right.
Whether you're male or female, she might know the way, you might know the way. But submit to somebody who's taking you where you want to go. You at least trust that Uber driver to make the right turn and get you there on time.
I'm watching every move, though. I'm watching every move. We need to go this way.
supposed to go if they go there. Well, hey, what you doing? You supposed to get going over there. Right. Trust yourself. Wait, this got business. Get them in. Right.
I think the issue comes in, though, is when people think they deserve submission just from their existence.
That's so good.
To me, that's the issue. A man that understands physical, mental.
Hey everybody, so Matt and I, we were sitting here, we were talking about submission and what that looks like in a relationship, who you should submit to, and why it's important to submit.
A man to get with a woman who's beautiful and want her to submit her beauty so that another man doesn't find you attractive and pretty much leaves you alone. But what happens is, with a man have a nice car, right? He'll look handsome. He'll get with a woman. A woman never tells that man he should get rid of his nice car because other women are going to see him in that car alone. Men are less likely to submit the things that a man wants a woman to submit. Men want women to be submissive, but oftentimes we want women to submit the things about them that make us like them because of insecurities. So check this out. This is a thing that a lot of people weaponize, and I want to say men. A lot of men get with a beautiful woman, and because you give me that chance and we become a couple, now I don't want you to dress the way that you dressed when I met you, in fear that somebody else is going to like you and you're going to leave me. Right. So in my struggle with you, I'm going to make you feel like you're not supposed to be the person that I like.
And that's how a lot of people lose themselves in a relationship. They pretty much become a person that the person they're with really don't even like.
But then turn around and go cheat on you with the woman that you were when they met you.
Right.
But you're supposed to be submissive.
Right.
Most men are talking about submission are talking about from an angle of dominance, control within a certain relationship, which then that shows the shallowness on us as men. So to really look at that, because to command control over someone, to demand someone to be subjected to you, is actually limiting you, limiting us as men. Because when we sit there and try to enforce a role that a woman's supposed to play to us, with us quote unquote trying to be superior, we're automatically creating a lack inside the relationship. When you look at it metaphysically, most men are...
What does a submissive woman do for her man? Everything.
Everything she described about submission to her man in that video, if you go and watch it, is all physical things, rub his feet, pack his bag, whatever he wants. I pay attention to him. That's you loving someone. Truth be told, that thing should be reversed. He should be doing the exact same thing, paying attention to you, all that jazz, right? The true submission, get this, make it plain. True submission to a man is submitting to his character, submitting to the growth and development of his character, putting in your time and effort to make sure he's the best man he could possibly be for the world. That's true submission to a man.
Submission is something that I have to do. It's something I naturally do when it's the right person. So if I ain't submitting to you, clearly you ain't the right person. Okay, but let's be real. There are some women, submission is hard because I also have abandonment issues. Yeah. So as someone with abandonment issues, I am deep, sometimes it's hard for me to release control because, look, this took a lot of therapy, y'all. But it's hard for me to release control because when it comes to having a parent, one of the biggest things in your life, I didn't have control over that. So now in all my relationships, I'm always trying to have control. So I do realize that it's hard for some women, but I do think having a man that's a great communicator plays a big role in putting you at ease, which I learned a lot of men aren't really good with communication because their environment kind of teaches them not to show their feelings and stuff like that. It's hard too. It's something that I have to do.
kindness.
Here is the number one way that you can detect that you are in the presence of a narcissist. And please remember, it doesn't matter if it's your family members, mother, father, sister, cousin, auntie, grandparents. It doesn't matter if it's a friend, a childhood friend, a coworker. It doesn't matter if it's a lover, a ex-lover, or current lover. All narcissists abuse in the same manner. They operate out the same playbook. It's all textbook behavior. The number one way that you can tell that you're in the presence of a narcissist is triangulation. What is triangulation? Triangulation is the art of one person, one party, and it could be a group, but let's just say one person, one party, a narcissist. He or she will put one person against the other unknowingly to cause these two people to fight. In your childhood, your parents will play you against your siblings. They'll pitch y'all against each other. Your mama will gossip about your sibling to you, and then your mama will go back over here to your sibling and gossip about you to your sibling because she wants to see her children fight. This creates insecurities and competitiveness within her children. And this carries on into the adulthood. And this is toxic. No healthy parent will want to see their children fighting each other. But a toxic, narcissistic parent or family member, they love drama. They create chaos amongst the children and the cousins and the grandchildren. That is triangulation. If you have a toxic friend, this friend will gossip to you about somebody, a mutual friend or somebody else. But what you don't know is that this same toxic friend will go behind your back and tell all your business to the very same person they was gossiping to you about, playing you against this person. That is triangulation. Oh, let's get to the good part, the lover. Ladies, how many times have you been involved with a man that tried to get you to fight his side chick? Matter of fact, he pit you against his mama, his sister, his female cousins. These types of men will set you up to be disrespected and bullied by the women in his family, his baby mamas even. He talks shit about you to them, and he'll talk about them like a dog to you. This is triangulation. If you're ever in the presence of anyone and they start talking shit about somebody and you have no reason to dislike the person, so you're wondering why are they coming to you talking bad about them, beware. That's a red flag, and they are setting you up to go against this person they're talking about, and they're going to go to this person and talk about you. And this is very much biblical. Remember with Adam and Eve, it was the serpent that played them against each other. God is against triangulation, which is discord. Triangulation will have you in jail or DEAD. Stay away from people who do this. Do you know that
Narcissists and toxic people know that they are treating you badly, that they are doing you wrong. And of course, if you're new here, I'm a narcissist. Actually, I have narcissistic personality disorder. So many people ask me, do narcissists know what they're doing? Do they know that they're treating us badly? Do they know that they're hurting our feelings and doing things like that? Yes, y'all. Most narcissistic people, toxic people, whatever, know exactly what they are doing to you. They might not know why they are doing it, but they know that they are doing you wrong. Because they know if you did the same exact thing to them that they are doing to you, they would not like it. They would not tolerate it. They would not accept it. They lie to you, cool. You lie to them, flame on. They cheat on you, sorry, I wasn't trying to hurt you. You cheat on them, end of the world. World War III. A lot of people let narcissistic, toxic behavior slide because they don't think the narcissistic person knows what they're doing. They know, y'all. And another way that you can tell they know is because they want you to hide it. They want you to keep everything that they're doing bad to you a secret. Hope this helps. Narcissists and toxic.
5 ways to spot narcissistic behavior from your partner or the person you're dating. But disclaimer, this does fall on a spectrum, so be careful with labeling someone. I'm Kimberly, I'm a relationship coach. Give me a follow if you need help mastering your love life. So 1, they come on really strong in the beginning and we're charming and constantly giving you compliments, essentially love bombing. And this could be because they feel like they deserve to be with the most special person, and so they treat you like you are the best at the beginning. 2, they need a ton of admiration and praise and feed off of empathetic people to give them compliments and make them feel powerful. 3, they're right about everything. They never feel like they need to apologize, and when things go wrong, it's your fault. 4, they're unable to recognize the opinions of others and are pretty dismissive. And 5, they don't have a lot of long-term friends, and they make you feel guilty for wanting to spend time with yours. 5 ways to spot narcissistic behavior. Narcissistic abusers will do or say things to their targets in order to get an emotional reaction out of them. And this emotional reaction, it's called narcissistic supply. It's basically what they feed off of. They just want to, deplete you of your energy. The more that you are in a tired or bamboozled or confused or in an emotional state of fear, shame, or guilt, the easier it is for them to have control over you. One of the tactics that they tend to use pretty often that works pretty well for them is they intentionally trigger you and then they tell you that you are crazy or too sensitive for being emotional after, they've literally just abused. The thing is, you're not actually too sensitive. You are a normal human having an emotional reaction to an abnormal situation. And they do this in order to distract you from the actual issue itself, which is them being an abusive person. So the more the narcissist can make you believe that you're the issue, you're overly emotional, you're crazy, the more you're focused on walking on eggshells and trying to make sure that you're not being too sensitive or crazy or whatever they're accusing you of being. So the more you're focused on yourself and what's wrong with you, the more the abuse gets swept under the rug and normalized, and the cycle of abuse just keeps repeating over and over again. This is why never listen to their words, trust their actions and the pattern. Narcissistic abusers will...
They don't love you, and it's not your fault.
What does a narcissist do when they're alone? Have you ever wondered? Well, I've got 4. You may have more. 1. A narcissist is going to visit various and numerous dating sites. 2. They're going to watch porn. 3. Depending where you are in the relationship, they will set up their smear campaign against you, or they may play victim to others, or they're buttering up their new fresh supply. 4. They're going to engage in their addiction of choice. It could be drugs, it could be alcohol, sex, gambling, retail, therapy. You see, the narcissist is never alone. It's just that you're not there.
Here's a narcissist.
Common gaslighting phrases used by a narcissist. 3 signs you're dating a narcissistic person. My name's Alex. I'm a trauma-informed and certified dating and relationship coach who helps my clients heal from narcissistic relationships. Sign number 1 is this person lacks empathy. Anytime you speak up for your needs or desires within the relationship, they gaslight you, they meet you with anger, or they blame shift. Sign number 2 is they cannot take responsibility for their actions or apologize. Narcissistic people are severely insecure, so any kind of feedback is too much for them. Sign number 3, they use reactive abuse. This is when the narcissistic person pushes your button, violates your...
The stress of abuse is destroying you. If you're in an abusive relationship, this will be very important for you to listen to. If you know someone who's in an abusive relationship, be a good one to share. Your abusive behavior is doing you harm, serious, debilitating harm. Let me give you some trauma facts. Dr. Clark does his research. There is a direct correlation between trauma and physical health conditions. I can give you study after study of this. The trauma causes it, and you're in trauma if you live with an abuser. Diabetes, COPD, heart disease, cancer, high blood pressure, you name it. And trauma is causing this physical issue. Wherever you are weak physically, genetically, and families have weaknesses, that's where the trauma of abuse will attack you. If you live with an abuser, you have PTSD, I'm telling you, post-traumatic stress disorder, no question. In fact, your PTSD is worse than PTSD that occurs after only one awful traumatic event. Okay, that's bad enough. Your abuse is ongoing. Your trauma never stops. You will suffer depression, anxiety, memory and concentration problems, obsessive negative thoughts. Sound familiar? The Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration describes trauma this way. Events or circumstances experienced by an individual as physically or emotionally harmful or life-threatening, which result in adverse effects on the individual's functioning and well-being. Okay, bottom line is you're being destroyed. Physically, emotionally, they don't mention spiritual because it's not a spiritual organization, but emotional, physical, and spiritual damage and destruction. This describes you, doesn't it? Look, we all deal with stress. It's a normal part of life. The stress of living with an abuser is not normal. It is abnormal. It is constant. It's severe. It's damaging. All the clients I work with, in person or by telephone, who live with an abuser tell me they are not doing a good job in any area of their lives. The breakdown is across the board. They're having trouble at work if they work outside the home. They're having difficulty raising their kids and being the loving moms they want to be. They're not as close to their friends. They're feeling distant and awkward with their families. They're struggling to serve God in their church. My response to these clients' terrible strain and unhappiness is this: I believe you. You're credible. You give me a very specific description of what you're living with. You aren't able to do a good job in any of these areas. The stress of living with your abuser is taking a toll on you across the board. No part.
Here are 3 things that you need to stop saying to yourself to justify the narcissist's behavior. Number 1, I just don't think that they know what they're doing. They do know. That's why they hide things, lie, and gaslight you when you find out. They know and they just don't care. Number 2, they had a really hard childhood, so I know that's why they act this way. Having a hard childhood is not an excuse to treat people like shit. Abuse is a choice. Number 3, they're just stressed out right now and they need my help. This is not a temporary or accidental behavior, and it's not your job to be their punching bag. Here are 3 things that you...
Here are 6 things that narcissists say. Why are you always starting arguments? Not this one with anyone else. God, you're so oversensitive about everything. It was just a joke. I'm sorry that you feel that way, but what more do you want? You made me do it. Stop interrupting me. Let me finish. Oh my God, here we go again. You're reading too much into it. Here are 6 things.
I just got done talking to my therapist, and I feel like this is going to help a lot of people, so I need...
The narcissist.
One of the most cruel things narcissists do is they really enjoy putting us into positions that make us extremely uncomfortable. For example, say the narcissist knows we have done something we feel embarrassed about or ashamed about. The narcissist will love to bring that topic up because they love making us uncomfortable and seeing us squirm, and it gives them a sense of superiority and power. Another example, a narcissist that loves to smoke weed and they know someone gets anxious or paranoid when they smoke, they will love making that person smoke because they love seeing them uncomfortable, and it gives them that sense of superiority. Another example, a couple women are getting ready to go out, and before one of them is ready, one of the girls will try to make the other girl take selfies with her because she knows the other girl feels uncomfortable doing it and she's not ready, and it gives that girl a sense of superiority and power. One of the most cruel things